Superheroes have been reinvented time and time again. Usually when a new creative team takes on a series, it's likely that the heroes within it will get a bit of a makeover. And sometimes it's for the best. It can give the characters a modern touch that they really need. But other times, well, their costumes are transformed into an unfortunate product of the time they were conceived, leaving us with some outfits that are probably best forgotten. Except for when we need a good laugh. So let's get our mock on, friends, with the top 10 dumbest superhero costumes. And in our number 10 spot is Nightwing. So when Dick Grayson first took on his Nightwing identity, he didn't have the super slick black costume with blue accents he dons today. Oh no. In 1980, when Grayson once again took up the role of the leader of the Teen Titans, in Tales of the Teen Titans number 59, he wore a much more flamboyant costume. It even had a popped collar. And those feather details? Nothing says heroic than a man in a suit that looks like a fringe jacket. At number 9 we have Black Condor. Which version of Black Condor, you may ask? Well, try all of them. Every single version had a terrible costume. From his first appearance in Crack Comics 26 in 1940, where he looks like a dollar store Spartan, to his leather pants, chest tattoo, and excessive wings in his Ryan Kendall version, Black Condor is across the board just fashionably challenged. My personal favorite? The John Trulio version. That mohawk and face paint just screams mildly offensive. At 8 we have BWANA Beast. BWANA Beast is a lesser known DC superhero who has made multiple appearances in larger character storylines over the years. Originally appearing in Showcase number 66 in 1967, BWANA Beast is rocking that loincloth aesthetic, which seems wildly impractical if, you know, you're fighting crime. And don't get me started on his Jungle Magneto helmet knockoff. Up next at number 7 is He-Man. While He-Man might not be the first character you think of when you hear the word superhero, he's undeniably a virtuous character in his own right. Which is all good and fun, but come on, Adam. Really? Dude. While his scantily clad look is only a fraction of the reasons why so many people believe that He-Man has some hardcore homoerotic undertones, it's clear to see why his armor is pretty impractical. I mean, you're a prince. You could probably afford to suit up a little bit better than that. At 6 we have Yellow Jacket. Well, Hank Pym. You might have some cool costumes, but we haven't forgot about Yellow Jacket. While Yellow Jacket has a pretty slick costume now, when he first appeared in 1968, he had shoulder pads for days. And they weren't even really shoulder pads at that. If anything, they looked like they blocked his peripheral vision in a very bad way. But hey, at least his Goliath wasn't bad. Up next at 5 we have Hawkeye. When he first appeared on the scene, Clint Barton's costume was, well, he kinda looked like a slutty Robin Hood. It's had many a modern revival, thankfully, but that doesn't excuse Hawkeye's costume that he donned when he returned to the alias after ditching his Goliath persona. Ugh, that headband though. Damn. Up next at 4 is Goliath. No, Clint, just stop it, please. You're not helping anybody here, buddy. While Hank Pym's Goliath is definitely one of the more memorable hero costumes, Clint Barton's version is, well, a tad BDSM-y. To be fair, it's in character for Clint, but please someone explain the practicality of his top to me. I guess if you're going to be dishing out lame rhymes, you might as well dress the part. Up next at 3 is Starfire. Tits. Just tits. I'll leave you with that. In at number 2 is Batman's suit variations. A dumbest superhero costume list wouldn't be complete without taking a brief look at some of Batman's hilarious costumes during the Silver Age. There's Rainbow Batman, who during one issue felt compelled to wear a different colored outfit each day. A weird inconvenience that Robin was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this. Then there was Batbaby, who donned some pretty questionable black overalls because when Bruce's body was shrunk down to the size of a toddler's, he still needed something sensible to fight crime in. Robin, once again, was like, yeah, that's totally cool, it's not a liability at all. And then my personal favorite, Zebra Batman, which this time around Robin was like, nope, that's scary. Batman faced a foe named Zebra Man who had a machine that filled his body with energy so powerful that it leaked out into his costume, creating lines of force. Batman was then exposed to this, and then anything that came close to him was flung away with a mass amount of power, and he looked like a zebra. And finally, in our number 1 spot is Vibe. Sorry, are we going to a nightclub in the 80s or are we fighting crime? I guess if you're an ex-leader of a street gang, you have to look the part. And those sunglasses. I suppose he's the superhero equivalent to a guy who wears sunglasses inside all the time because he thinks it's cool. The worst part is that Vibe's costume didn't improve for a long time after his initial appearance in 1984, although his New 52 appearance was pretty decent, and the character was kinda less douchey. But at least he ditched his initial bandana and goatee look. look. Sorry guys, had to. Vibe definitely has some other redeeming qualities though. Ah yes, the power of dance. Well, wasn't that fun? Who doesn't love a good laugh at a silly costume? Do you guys want us to do a part 2 of this list? Make sure to let us know in those comments below. But for now, I've been Kelly Pally for Top 10 Nerd, and I will catch you guys in the next one.